Welcome to another edition of Church Media Design TV tips, tricks, and how-to for you, the church media designer. Well, I'm your host, Brad Zimmerman, and join with me, it's the dudes. It's the three wise men and Jesus. We got Colonel Sanders, Little Whitey, Dwight Schrute, and of course, Jesus Christ, the Son of the Lord Most High. Well, in this week's edition, we're doing our very first clip show. We're going to be showing all of the footage and interviews from the Echo Conference that we have left. I didn't really want to push these interviews over the next coming months. I wanted to kind of finish them up in one succinct, nice little Echo package. So if the three wise men and Jesus are ready, let's get into it. Everything basically in this episode is going to be Echo related and church producer related, and our first bit of news is Echo is on for next year. So if you go to echoconference.com, it is official. July of 2009, the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st, Echo Conference will be on. So make sure to mark that in your calendars, and they're going to have details coming out in the coming months. So check back often for updates is what they say. So check back in a couple months when you have budget money that you haven't wasted in the fall launch season, and buy your admission for the Echo Conference, because I know it's going to be great just like it was this past year. And this will be a great episode for you to get an update and kind of see behind the scenes of what went on at the conference and who was there. The other way you can do that is Echo actually is doing a $100 conference DVD set. You get all of the speakers except Donald Miller because of contractual reasons, and then it has audio recordings from all of the breakout sessions, including mine, and some freebie extras, including some Johnny and Chachi videos that are freaking hilarious. So I would encourage you guys to check out that DVD set if you missed out on Echo Conference this year. But now let's get into the interviews. Well, I'm Brad here at the Echo Conference, and I am with...
Well, I'm Mitchell.
And I'm Josh.
I'm Pete Lewis.
And I'm Jesse Lewis.
Matt Roberts.
Sean Snow.
Ben.
Tiffany Barnes.
Lance Boslaw.
Paul Jackson.
Paul Jackson.
Brian Christopher.
From...
Brian Christopher Productions.
Matt Mangum.
From...
4120.
I'm Lori Finnegan from Willow Arts.
Okay, and we got live production, so I mean, people might walk through our shot as we're doing this. So.
Great.
So you're with Willow Arts from Willow Creek.
That's correct, the Willow Creek Association.
And that's based out of the Chicagoland area, which is close to home for me. It's about 3 hours away, and Willow's been a great inspiration for me and the show in the past. So it's a cool thing to be here with you guys now.
Good.
And so, what are you here promoting and talking about, and what do you have to offer the church media world?
We offer worship media. We have all-access pass of worship media clips, including motions, stills, countdowns, and mini movies, and kind of offer that to churches.
So what do you mean by all-access pass? Is it a subscription and you just can get anything you want?
Yes. Yep.
Exactly.
For one price, basically, for a year.
Okay.
You have unlimited access to all of our files on our website.
Okay. So you can, and are you locked into the year? So you pay that fee and you're in there for the year, but you get everything you could download every single file on the site for that one price.
Exactly. Yep.
And we make basically all kinds of video products for worship services. Backgrounds, mostly background loops, and then video countdowns, and also some short mini movie sermon illustration type clips.
And don't you guys do like a longer loop, like long play type stuff?
Yeah, we do. We call them long plays, and they're anywhere from 3.5 to 7 minutes. And they work really good for like special music kind of time in the service, or when we're just looking for something that's going to run for the length of the song.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's really cool because a lot of the loops that are out there are only like 30 seconds long, and these are really nice because it's a lot longer and you're not getting so repetitive, and it's kind of a cool product that you guys have in those long plays.
Yeah, it's a lot more footage too. If you're actually our stuff, you can take and actually, if you're just using it for your church, you can take that footage and actually edit with it too if you want to. And so
that's
it gives
awesome.
you a lot of footage to work with.
So yeah, it gives you a lot more options than just a 30-second clip. Okay, so Speak Creative, I was just talking to him. I haven't actually heard of Speak, so you got to tell me, what does Speak have to offer the church world? What are your services and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, sure. We are a full-service creative shop. We're located in Memphis, Tennessee.
We are probably most well known for our websites and our website product, which is SiteWrench. And but yeah, I mean, we'll do anything as as the sign says.
Identity, print, web, campaign, and consulting.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
So is SiteWrench a full service? It's got back end systems, and you can do all your own updating, and you guys just do the front end layout to begin with, and then you just kind of pass it along?
Yeah, that's kind of a good way to describe it. We go through a design process to make sure that a client gets a completely custom website specifically built for their ministry and message. And then basically we take that, convert that design into code, and hook in SiteWrench. And it lets clients who have no idea how to do code or anything like that update their own websites and do it very easily.
That's awesome.
We build custom video sharing websites, kind of like a YouTube type interface.
Okay.
Except that it provides a place where user generated content can be uploaded by a church or church organization, and when visitors visit that site, instead of that video residing alongside a lot of other churches or whatever sort of messages are out there, it's all that church's content within that library.
Oh, that's awesome. So if my church wanted to have a user submitted, like I have this big youth group and we're doing, this event and we're going to have a little film festival, they could all upload their videos to this site and, have all of their content just inside this one area, and we wouldn't have to deal with seeing the Mentos Diet Pepsi videos next to my church's videos, right?
Absolutely. That's exactly right. And it can be, obviously video can be uploaded from anywhere in the world if you're on a mission trip or,
awesome.
You're anywhere and members of your congregation are worried about their loved ones. They can see them real time as they upload it to the site.
And National Cinemedia is a company that started probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And we have 2 major divisions. One is our advertising division. So if you were to go to a movie and see a first look advertisement clip before the movie starts, we produce that.
Okay.
And then our second business is what we call Cine Meetings and Events. And what we're here doing is talking to churches about using movie theaters for their worship services.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so are you guys basically across the country that most people across the U.S. could find a theater near them that they could rent out?
Yeah, we're owned by 3 of the largest movie chains in the country, Regal, AMC, and Cinemark. We're also affiliated with 5 or 6 other movie chains.
Yeah.
So we have access to probably close 1,500 to 2,000 different theater complexes across the country.
Great. And I've done some theater advertising in the past. How expensive is it feasible for a smaller church or a larger church to do advertising in the theaters through the first look stuff?
It depends on your budget, but it's definitely feasible. I would say for medium-sized to large-sized churches, it's definitely feasible, but there's also regional pricing matrices that make it affordable for smaller churches as well.
And so when you put an ad in, are you putting an ad in just to one theater, or are you doing it to multiple theaters across the area?
You can choose. You can choose it to be more of a regional ad, to go to several theaters, or just one theater in particular that you're looking at. So there's all sorts of different options with that.
That's awesome. Well, where can people find out more information?
Our web address is www.ncm.com.
Okay.
For regional advertising, it's 1-800-SCREEN-1. And that's our contact information.
Sweet. Well, the web address is again?
www.ncm.com.
Cool. Well, check out some more information about National Cine Media and find out if a new church facility in a movie theater or some advertising might work out for your church.
Well, one of the things our whole ministry is about is supporting artists in the local church.
Great.
And we are about just believing that we want to get behind the artists that are helping people rediscover the awe and wonder of God and helping people grow in their relationship with Him. So we're here to support those artists, and one of the things we're showing is our new website that we have, towardwonder.com, which really features everything that we're about helping with. So products, resources that would help a church do their weekend service. Walked right through the chat.
It's all good.
Things like, I'll just show you real quick here if you want to look at the site. So we have products that, highlight things like a message transcript for a pastor, because we believe teaching is an art too. Not everybody can do it. So videos, messages, dramas, teaching and training resources and books for artists in the church to help them do their job better. And then we also have events. We have an annual arts conference that we do every year in June. And then we also do some regional training.
And that conference is called Arise, correct? Or was that just last year?
It changes every year.
Every year it changes. Okay,
it
so this
Arise
past year it was Arise. Okay.
Were you there?
I was not able to make
you
it.
missed out because you're an artist.
I know. You guys should have invited me.
We did. We invited lots of people.
I will be there next year.
You'll be there next year, that's
of course.
So this year, next upcoming year in 2009 is Wonder.
Okay.
And you can check that out on the website too.
Okay.
So we have events like that, and we also do at the annual arts conference. It's great because you not only get the vision and get inspired as a whole group or whole team from an arts ministry, but you can take individual breakout classes and grow in your skills. So if you're an instrumentalist or you're a vocalist or you're a drama director, you can take classes that are going to help you get specifically better at what you do.
That's awesome.
So we do the conferences too. And the other great thing that we're excited about on the website is a new thing that we're calling, it's the connection aspect of what we're trying to do to connect other artists who are in the same boat trying to do the same thing every week in and week out. And so we have a blog where Nancy Beach, who's you know, the arts champion, kind of champion for the arts in the church, and other arts leaders from around the country blog on there.
Great.
And
so we could subscribe to that blog?
You absolutely can.
Great.
Subscribe to that. And there's also Idea Network, where it's growing. It's small right now, but we want it to grow. So everybody could go and check that out, where arts leaders could log on and write ideas that they've done in their service. And we have a means for people to tag those ideas.
So they're kind of in categories so you can find something that you're looking for.
And so like if you're planning a communion service, you could go on and say, I have to do communion every month or whatever.
Right.
I need some new ideas.
Yeah.
You could go on there and see what other people have done about communion services. So
live production. What are you going to do?
Yeah, gotta love it.
So do you have to be a part of the Willow Creek Association, or do you have to pay anything to go do the idea or anything like that?
No, you don't have to be a member of the WCL, although you get a better price on the products if you wanted to download something. But no, it's totally free to go on the site. Anybody can do that. Anybody can read the blog or even post things on the Idea Network.
Great.
But one of the, and even if you're not even purchasing a resource, there's still it's a great thing to just look around and get ideas.
Yeah, totally.
Because you can see message series that people done or see, look at some
inspiration,
of the
get inspired so that you can create in your church.
You know what? That's a great thing. We even have like a weekly inspiration on the homepage where you can go on and they're all different kinds of, it might be a song, it might be a piece of artwork, or so
we do a weekly inspiration on our show as well. So
hey, we're in it together, man. Awesome.
We're all helping out to resource the church.
That's right. Because we creative people, we need little injections of creativity at every turn. So
where can people find out more information about Willow Arts and Toward Wonder?
They can find it out on the website, towardwonder.com, right there.
Right here.
Towardwonder.com.
So if you guys want to find out more information about Willow Creek and the Willow Arts Association and the WCA.
Well, it's not all about Willow, too. I don't know if you know that. We're partnering with about 40 other churches that are on our advisory board.
Awesome.
And we're trying to get the resources from their church on there, too. So
great. That's awesome.
It's Willow and it's other awesome churches where God's really working and moving.
Totally. Well, you guys can check out all of those different resources at towardwonder.com.
Well, we do basically what everyone else here does, like Igniter and all those guys. We do mini movies, we do motions, stills, all that kind of stuff. Just stuff you can put up on the screens and hopefully helps as a resource to churches. So.
Now, if you guys remember, a little while ago, I was doing our sponsor of Worship House Media, and I talked about this film called Through the Storm. And maker of Through the Storm is, Matt here.
Nice.
And so you want to just tell us a little bit about Through the Storm and that production and how that kind of has brought you up in the ranks of all of the other media producers in the industry?
I hope so. Well, we shot that. Well, we were based out of San Diego, so we shot that real late at night, and we made this rain cover thing out of like PVC pipe and curled a hose with a bunch of holes in it all around the top.
Nice, that's sweet.
Yeah, and had the rain come out. It worked really well. It looks really great on film. we shot with an HVX, same thing you use here, and it just turned out great. And that's helped us. I mean, the idea was, it's really the content.
Yeah, totally.
We find that,
it's all about the content.
It's all about the content. So if you don't have the content,
pictures only last so long.
Right. And we're learning that more as we go along, because we're very artistic and we like really pretty shots and really cool like close-up stuff. But we found that doesn't really matter with pastors if you don't have the real content.
The content.
And totally makes sense.
And that's why Through the Storm is so powerful.
Right. Because of the content.
Exactly. Well, I applaud you on your production value.
Thank you.
And they actually use a Red Rock Micro, right?
We use a Lettuce.
Oh, Lettuce.
Have you heard of Lettuce?
I haven't.
They're amazing.
Okay.
Lettuce. I think it's lettucedirect.com.
Okay.
It's
it
incredible.
Like the Red Rock?
It's like the Red Rock. It has a half a stop of less of light loss.
Okay.
So I don't know if everyone would know that is. But
and so basically this is a 35mm adapter, so you
Right.
can hook up film lenses to a DV or a digital video camera.
And I mean, it's amazing. You can, we rent old Nikon lenses, and you put them on there, and the depth of field, like that nice shot where you're in focus and everything else is out of focus. It's just amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
cool. So where can they find you at?
4120.com, and I think we have a blog too, ministrythatmoves.com. And I mean, we're on Worship House Media, Sermon Spice, all that kind of stuff too.
Okay. So check out 4120.com, and is that spelled out or
it's
numbers?
all spelled out.
All spelled out. So
yeah.
It's a nice long one there, but
another numbered company.
Another numbered company. You heard it here first. So check out 4120.com.
All right. So what it is basically is like a complete system, a website, and then also the content management system for it. We have a whole bunch of different designs. We actually just launched 3 months ago. Today is August 15th, if it's not on there. And so we launched May 15th, and we're kind of trying to pump out new features and new designs as fast as we can. But basically, what it is typical church website. You got main pages and sub pages underneath them. Obviously, different layouts, different photos, different ability to add sermons on here, like a calendar and sermon player. Let me just pull up real quick a sermon player here. Relatively small sites, although we're adding more and more features. So eventually, we actually in about 6 weeks we'll be adding video to the site. So
great,
just all sorts of things like that. But here's the beauty.
And this is these are Flash websites, correct?
Yeah, completely Flash websites.
But these are, as he was taking me through, it was really cool because I've made Flash sites, as you guys know, and it's been really cool to see how this isn't your normal Flash website. These are Flash websites that are optimized, that are fully customizable. It's a different kind of Flash website, and let's see how it's a bit different.
Yeah. So this is here's the beautiful part about the fact that this is kind of the reason that we did them all in Flash, and we don't mean to bag on anybody that does CSS, XHTML, all that stuff. That's obviously beautiful, and it has very much a strong role in the web world, obviously. But if you do hate Flash, I know there's people that kind of
they're
hate
haters.
Flash.
Yeah.
So
I know the haters out there.
So at least just bear with it for a second, and I'll show you kind of how we've taken
why
out
you
some of the
shouldn't
downsides.
hate anymore.
And here's basically the beauty of Clover itself is that everything is actually editable just right on there, and so even the pages, the page titles.
And so you're actually just editing the page that somebody would normally see.
Totally.
You're just like right on the page editing.
Exactly. You're viewing your entire website, and you can actually go through it. So it's kind of turning the whole content management system, in a different direction, rather than seeing having a bunch of tools and a page editing tool and a site management tool and all.
And then you have to preview. You're skipping that whole process, and you're just doing it right there live on the site.
Right. And even we have pretty much the same kind of concept as you would normally, where you can move things around and add them in different places. But we just try to make it really genuinely intuitive. You don't need to go learn. You basically just don't need to learn a tool first.
Yeah.
So if you want to move the contact us page right here, you can just do it. You can take men and move it right there. The singles, move it right here. Or you can just
because the singles, you really need to contact the singles.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, they need somebody.
Singles right there. And adding a new page is as simple as just typing a name, choosing what kind of page you want it to be, and then choosing a layout, which you can change at any time later too, and then just choosing a location for it. So this is basically your site map. These would be the main pages, and then the sub pages underneath it. I don't know if you can see it well in that shot, but you hit finish, and our internet is a tiny bit slow here, but normally it would just be instant. Just your site's reloaded and your pages are all done there. And then
we are sharing internet with 1,000 people on computers at the conference.
The internet's probably actually really fast, but just a lot of people using it. Photos, you just you literally just click on a photo, drag in a new photo, and you can upload more and more from your computer, whatever you want to do. Just take out of your photo library, and then you don't. Basically, the key is with all of the things we do for Clover is that you don't need to be a programmer and you don't need to be a designer. You can't make this thing look ugly, and you literally just don't need to know anything. Hopefully it's just like intuitive. Even like hopefully a 60-year-old admin can just go on and just edit it and make it exactly how.
And so if you are a designer, though, you guys do give enough options that you can change the layout. Like you said, you can change every single page. Correct.
Exactly. Yeah,
so you can change the layout that's on every page,
totally.
and then you can change out all of the content that are on all the pages. Correct.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you can basically change everything. You can change the logo, even the colors. You can just go and say, okay, we had it blue before. Let's change it to green. You can choose this color from your logo, or you can pick a new color in here. That's gonna look really good.
It's gonna be sweet, guys. Check that out. I mean, we got a nice pink, and it's great.
Yeah, it just changes everything for you, automatically, and so.
And you guys, you can upload your own images, correct?
Yes, you can just add. If you click on a photo right here, just add a new photo. I mean, it's literally just a couple steps, just getting in there, and then just browse your computer and add more. You can upload like 10 at a time.
Sweet.
And same thing with sermons, same thing with the calendar. Every bit of it is just like click.
Totally customizable, and it's got all the features that the church would need.
Exactly.
So where can you find out more about Clover?
Cloversites.com. The one thing I didn't mention too is that we're trying to make it really, really affordable too. Both my partner and I came out of a church, and he's worked as a pastor for a while.
Yep.
And we know the church just gets taken advantage of, So basically every single site is $1,000. There's no different pricing for how big your church is or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just $1,000, and then $20 a month covers hosting and support and all the future features that get added as well. So
that's awesome. And hosting normally with a regular hosting company would be about $20 a month anyway. So you're spending that same amount of money, but you're getting a whole lot more support and features out of it.
And I mean, that's the thing. I think because you definitely could get hosting cheaper in other places, but the thing is that it's not just hosting, because it's everything being taken care of. You kind of think of it as like hosting plus your maintenance for your site. I mean, paying someone to maintain it would be a lot more than $20 a month. So.
Right. So you can check out cloversites.com.
Cloversites.com. SITES.
Yeah. So guys, check out Clover. It looks great, and the Flash. One thing. The Flash is all optimized for search engines, so
I didn't show it, but
so that's really a cool thing. As a Flash guy, it was a cool thing to see that. So check out cloversites.com. Thank you much.
Thank you very much.
And Tiffany, I heard you say that you kind of work at iStock with the church community specifically, right?
Yeah, my official title is the Faith Evangelist for iStock Photo.
Okay.
So we have an entire evangelism program.
Okay.
And so basically my job is to go around and evangelize iStock in the church community.
Okay.
Exactly what it sounds like. So, which is kind of fun. I when I hand people my card, I get one of two reactions: either "Oh, that's really cool," or "What does this mean?" So it's fun. It's fun.
That's awesome. So, besides just photos, what does iStock have to offer?
We have a little over 3 million, almost 3.5 million stills. We've also got vector files, and those are still in layers, so you can go in and pull out bits and pieces, which is great for designers.
Yep.
Then we've got Flash, and the Flash is the same way, so you can edit it and manipulate it.
So you get the FLA file.
Yeah.
Great.
And then we've got video. We were a little over 100,000 videos now. We just crossed that mark, so that was really excellent.
And you guys have all different definitions of video, so you can buy, if you want small or if you want full high definition, you can get any of those.
Yeah, it's everything from small web size all the way up to 1080 HD.
Okay. And these are coming from all different users. You guys aren't actually producing this stuff. This is from a huge user community, correct?
Right. We have contributors from all over the world. Anyone can sign up to be a contributor. You just sign up on the site to be a member.
Okay.
And then on the left-hand sidebar, there's a button that says upload. You can click that and go through the application process to become a contributor.
Awesome. And so do you guys kind of control some of the quality on the site as far as what gets uploaded and what you allow?
We do. We have I call them a whole fleet of inspectors.
Okay.
And the inspectors are responsible for looking at every single image or video or whatever that gets submitted to the site, and they look at it for quality, and so they either accept it or reject it. If they reject it, they'll tell you why, which is kind of nice for new producers, especially, so they can tweak their skills and know, okay, this is what's wrong with this.
This is why we didn't let
so
you.
It's not just a
no,
you know.
No, you suck and you can't be on our site.
Right, exactly. So we try to help you out and tell you why, and then if it gets accepted, then it goes into the database.
Awesome.
Yeah, Unifier comes from, really, we've been asking the question, what comes after email? Okay.
And taking Web 2.0 and saying, what does a post-email world look like? If you can kind of grasp that. Obviously, email is never going to go away.
Right.
But allowing our churches to communicate in a decentralized manner. Unifier, while it has social networking aspects, it is a communication tool, a web-based communication tool.
Great. And so, what are the different features and things that you can actually, start implementing?
Well, we empower each staff person, lay leader. Really, if you're over a ministry, you have the ability now to communicate in real time with the people who are interested in what you have to offer. So if I'm the head of the men's ministry, I can go ahead and make basically a blog post where I can upload video, images, audio files, PDF files, and then I know that as soon as I hit save on that post, everyone who belongs to my feed within my church's instance receives notification saying there's new content for them to consume.
Okay, so it's kind of an RSS-ish concept that it immediately gets sent out saying, hey, there's something new in the men's ministry or the women's or kids ministry, and you need to go check it out.
Exactly, yep. And that drives them back to Unifier. Say the church has 50 or 60 ministries within it, and we're in the same church. You and I are going to be interested, number one, in different things.
Yeah, totally.
We're not going to be interested in all 50 or 60 ministries.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in swimming because Michael Phelps is the man right now.
Okay.
So I want the swimming ministry.
And swimming ministry might not be an official church ministry, but through Unifier, in addition to the core ministries, we have also a group section.
Okay.
Where we'd empower you to come in and create a swimming group.
So Michael Phelps and me can hang out in the swimming group and we can connect together in that way.
And I think what's so cool about that is specifically like say chronic pain or strong-willed children, being able to say the church doesn't have an official ministry for chronic pain, but now we've empowered our people to create a group on chronic pain. And now there's 10 people in our church that belong to the chronic pain group. And they're able to dialogue back and forth, share scripture that are important to one another.
And maybe even out of that, they could start up a small group and start meeting together instead of just through, and if they need to, they can meet through the online medium, but they also can meet in person and have that group connection.
Yeah. And now if you're the staff of the church, you've unlocked some doors there, some things that were already going on. Nothing new is going on except for the fact that you've created a forum for them to communicate.
Totally.
And now maybe you throw them a bone and say, let's do something for this group. Let's do something church-wide. Maybe there's some others we can pull into this, not only within the body, but also within our community.
Right. And your site is very simple to use. As I was watching through the video on how it works, it's a very simple editor that anybody can figure out for the most. I mean.
Yep. Basically, you hit new article, put a title in there, type your information, hit save, and you're done.
Great. And so would you consider this a addition to a website or a solution for a website?
No, it's definitely an addition. There is a sign-in page, so it is secure. Everyone who belongs to the site has to go through the registration process.
So you can know what users are using your.
Yep. But what we would do is say it's not to replace your website, but it's meant to replace a lot of information you have on your website.
Right.
So many people going to these church websites and trying to figure out, like I said, with the swimming ministry, or better yet, the men's ministry, drilling down and 7 to 6 clicks away, and now the information's 2 months old.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you can simplify your website and make it a lot easier for somebody who's new to the church.
Yeah.
But if you've been a part of the church and you're looking to get connected in different ways, you can use Unifier to do that connection.
Exactly. And the big thing there is being able to select the information you want. So I don't have to go through that Sunday morning bulletin now looking for the swimming ministry.
One area.
It's right there. I drag it into my profile, click and drop and drag.
Yeah.
And the next time you put information on that swimming ministry,
everyone's
going to get it immediately.
You're going to know about it immediately.
Yeah.
So what kind of cost is involved with this?
Right now it's 40 cents a month.
Okay.
Per user.
Okay.
So it's less than a postage stamp a month. So basically the funds are
the next thing past mail.
Past mail, past email, past mail. Yeah, exactly. And really that funds are already there because most of these churches, they're sending out email blasts, but I know I receive 2 postcards a month from my children's, ministry for my 5-year-old. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So the cost is really low, and is there a overarching fee, or is it just strictly 40 cents per user?
Strictly 40 cents a month per user.
Okay.
Now we have a few different rollout packages.
Okay.
That's just simply startup fees, startup costs.
Okay.
You can start up with 0.
Okay.
Or you can take advantage of some of the other stuff that we'll do as far as, rolling it out with the marketing and the emails to your congregation. So
that's awesome. So if people want to find out more about Unifier, where can they go?
Unifier.com.
So if you guys want to find out about how to unify your church and take one step past the email era and really get connected and find out the information you need to know about,
decentralize your communication.
Decentralizing your communication. Check out unifier.com.
Well, mediashot is all about presenting media content, videos, Bible passages, song lyrics, text messages, any of the kinds of content that we use to communicate a message to people, presenting it visually and even with sound accompaniment in some cases.
Awesome. And so I know that MediaShout's gone through some upgrades and some new versions in the last year or so, and you went to 3 and now you're up to 3.5 right now, correct?
That's right.
Correct. And so what were some of the big changes with 3 and 3.5?
Well, we went to the ability to use multiple backgrounds with song lyrics and even Bible passages, but primarily song lyrics, so that you can put a different background. Just busted the shot.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
It's a live broadcast, so we might have a walkthrough, and we just keep going.
All right. MediaShot 3.5 primarily introduced the ability to put multiple backgrounds behind song lyrics so that you can use a different background for each stanza in the song lyrics.
So you can change out, instead of just having that one waterfall background or whatever, you can have multiple different things going.
Multiple waterfall backgrounds.
I mean, you could have 5 angles of waterfalls.
You could do that. That's correct.
That's great.
Probably our biggest thing that we have going right now is we're in a multi-volume DVD contract with Youth Specialties in Zondervan.
Okay.
And so it's a product called You Teach, and it's 6 volumes. And the coolest thing about it is that it's there's like 7 sermon illustration videos on one DVD.
Oh wow!
But we have this incredible writer, incredible man of God. His name's Dave Rogers, and he's out of the Heights Church, actually here in Dallas.
Okay.
And he writes talkback questions. He writes Bible study outlines. He writes like sermon outlines, and there's all this content for the teacher, or for the small group facilitator, or for the youth pastor, or for whoever.
Yeah.
To go along with the videos, or rather the videos to go along with the teaching.
Yeah.
And so the Skit Guys act and all these things. And so the ideal purpose is either curriculum, you could go through You Teach in 7 weeks, or like, a lot of pastors, a lot of youth pastors will be gone at a conference like this all week, and they don't really have time to put together to put together a sermon. So we've already done it. We've already done it for you. And although that's probably not, we're not saying that should be the norm. It's there for them to have.
Yeah, it's available, and that's awesome that you're not only just getting some great videos and some good laughs and some great illustrations and that kind of stuff, but you're also getting great content that goes along with it, so it takes it beyond just that one couple-minute clip.
Yeah, it's great. And so right now that resource is only in stores.
Okay.
And we're getting ready to move to digital download here in a couple of weeks, so it'll be on, the Worship House Medias and the Sermon Spices and all that stuff.
That's awesome. So right now you probably can find it in Christian retailers.
Yeah, you can find it in the Mardells and the Christian Family bookstores, or Youth Specialties Zondervan. They have shopping carts on their website, and they have the DVDs there.
Awesome. And so what new is coming down the line at iStock Photo?
The newest thing that we've just started is audio.
Okay.
We're accepting applications for contributors right now.
Yep.
So we're basically doing ingestion. We're taking audio content right now, building the library. We're going to roll it out later, I think this fall. We don't have a specific date on that yet.
That's fine.
But it's going to be everything from little bitty sound effects all the way up to fully produced, songs, even with lyrics and background music, loops, all of that kind of stuff.
And these will be songs that church media producer could maybe use on a video that they're going to show in their church without copyright violation.
Exactly. It's going to be royalty free, just like the videos and the stills and everything is. So it's perfect for if you're doing sermon intro videos or bumpers, or you need transition music between, with the worship band and the pastor or something like that. It's going to be great for all of that kind of stuff.
Now, I know because I've done a little bit of research that you guys are hooked up with Getty Images and the whole Getty family. And I know that Getty owns this other site called Pump Audio. And I know that is user submitted as far as artists can bring in their music. So is some of the audio from Pump Audio going to be coming to iStock, or is that staying separate?
It's gonna stay separate. I think some of the contributors from Pump Audio may also contribute to iStock.
Okay.
And vice versa. So look for that, but it's not going to be a whole lot of crossover.
Okay. I'm just wondering what's available. I've used Pump Audio in the past, so just wondering if some of those artists were going to be available. Do you have approximate on like what the price point is going to be for some of the songs right now, or not?
We don't yet. I know they're going to price it like they do Vector, so it's going to be based on the complexity of it. So little bitty sound effects are going to be, like a credit.
Yep.
Versus the more extensive stuff is going to be more expensive.
Awesome. And so where can people find out more information and get some of these files and get moving on creating?
Well, they can go to iStockPhoto.com. If they aren't members already, go to iStockPhoto.com/faith.
Okay.
And you can sign up there. There's a promo code that you can put in that's faith, the word faith, and it tells you that on the page, and that's going to get you a 20% discount on your first purchase of 55 credits or more.
Okay.
And 20 free images out of a group of 50, so you can download some stuff, try it out.
Great.
Get a feel.
Well, check out iStockPhoto.com/faith, or if you're already a member, you don't really need to know about all of this because you're already using it, but you can check out iStockPhoto.com for all of your photography, your video, your flash, and coming soon audio needs. So iStockPhoto.com. And so what else is coming down the line? I know there's some news about you guys and Don Moen, and I don't know if you wanted to tell us a little bit about what's going on with that.
We'd be glad to break that news with you here.
Yeah,
sure
right here on Church Media
right
Design
on
TV,
Church
we're
Media
breaking
Design
news.
TV. We have just been acquired. Our company has been acquired by the Don Moen Company, which is a new venture by Don Moen, which everyone will know is a great worship leader, songwriter, artist for many years. And Don has started a new company where he's going to build a multimedia type enterprise, and has decided that mediashot and Media Complete, our company, will be the foundation of that. So we've just completed that transaction in the last week, and are just, man, we don't know what all the opportunities are going to be, but we're excited about being a part of the Don Moen Company now.
Yeah, that's great. So do you have any, how does that affect immediately what goes on with mediashot? Does that mean me as a mediashot user, am I going to see anything immediately different that's going on?
Well, probably the most immediate thing is that our whole web presence is going to dramatically change. We have not had a real update to that presentation to the public since we released version 3, which is a little over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through a complete revamp of our website and our online store, which has over 5,000 media clips and items that can be purchased for use. That will all be changing very soon. It also means that our development track for the software itself, for mediashot and some other projects as well, that would have taken us years to be able to roll out, will now happen on a very fast schedule.
So it's going to streamline some of your processes and help give you guys some of the funding you need to get those products out there in a faster.
That's exactly right. Don's heart is to resource the church, fundamentally to resource the church, and he is really intrigued and attracted to the whole visual communication field, and putting his music with visuals and everything that means is just is really driving him to get these changes made right away.
That's great, and the heart behind Church Media Design TV is to resource the church, so it's great to know that heart's, I'm sure it was already at mediashot, but it's continuing to be there with the new venture with Don Moen. So
very genuinely a new enthusiasm, a new vision, a refreshed vision, and we've had some great conversations and meetings with Don through this process, and we're just thrilled about what it's going to mean for our customers as well as those people just looking to get started in the whole media area.
Right. Well, where can people find out more information about your products and resources that you guys offer?
Just mediashot.com, and everything branches off from there.
Great. So if you guys want to find out more about mediashot and what they have to offer, you can check out mediashot.com.
Thanks for tuning in to the interview-tastic edition of Church Media Design TV. If you have any questions or comments about all of the producers and all of the things you saw in this episode, feel free to send me an email, brad@ChurchMediaDesign.tv, as well as you can hit me up on Skype, Vidmark Productions. Follow us on Twitter, which is twitter.com/CMDTV. You can become a friend on Facebook, and you probably could find me on a million other places, but I don't feel like listing them all right now. So I look forward to our next edition of Church Media Design TV, where we actually talk about green screening, and we're going to actually show the studio and show the process that we go through of shooting and how we have the studio set up and kind of the situation that our setting is good for. So if you guys are looking forward and want to know more about green screening, make sure you tune in next time. But as for me and the dudes, we're saying see you later.